I thought it might be helpful for me to take a couple minutes here just to talk about a few of the tools that are available for building your brand. There are endless tools. So, whatever you're looking for, just go to Google and Google tool for input thing that you want to do. Tool for scheduling social media tweets, tool for designing images with text on them. Whatever it is that you're looking for, there's something out there for free to help you do that. But these are just a few that I picked out that I've used in the past. For images, creating different images, Canva is a pretty good one. It's a simple platform. There's a paid version and a free version, both, depending on what you want to do. Definitely some really clean looking design, sort of a drag and drop style where you can just take something they've already kind of designed and replace it with your text and your images, that kind of thing. PicMonkey is similar, but you can do a lot more editing with it. There are a lot more features, a lot more filters. It does require a paid monthly subscription. Photoshop, of course, I'm sure you're familiar with, and then there are tons of other desktop platforms if you have the skills and you're looking to make more complex images, layering, and lots of different features. I actually use Gimp, which is a free version of Photoshop desktop platform. It's got sort of a high learning curve, but it can do a lot of things, at least all of the things that I need it to do, it can do. Giphy is a fun one if you're looking for GIFs that you want to post or you want to make your own. They have a platform for that. And then BookBrush is specifically for authors. It's cool photo editing, and they have a lot of templates where you can upload your book cover and, make an image of a book sitting on a coffee table, but it's your book, or make an image of someone holding a book in their hands, but it's your book. It's cool, and it's got a lot of features. For fonts, if you're looking to explore different fonts, Dafont, Dafont, is one where you can download free fonts. Please, please, please make sure you read the licensing agreements for each of the fonts to make sure that you can use it for whatever it is that you want to use it for. Google Fonts, again, you can download free fonts from there. Font to Pair is another one that you can use. Again, just check the licensing on all of these. If you don't know how it works, it's actually pretty simple. You go to the font site, pick a font that you like, download the files, open the files, and then you literally just click install the font on your computer. If you have software open like Word or PowerPoint or whatever you're using, you have to close that software and reopen it again, and then the font will literally just appear in your list of fonts wherever you select them from. In terms of stock photos, there are endless stock photos. Again, check the licensing. Always check the licensing. There have been some horror stories of authors who have used stock photos in their book cover and then got sued, and it's just like a whole mess. So if you're using a free stock photo site, make sure you read the licensing on any photo that you want to use. My personal policy is that if I'm using a stock photo for something that I want to sell, like a book cover, for example, or some sort of product or something like that, I purchase the photo from a stock photo site like iStock Photos or Deposit Photos, because that way I am 100% sure I know what I can use that photo for. I also organize my photos on my computer, so I have a stock photos folder. So if it was free, it goes in one folder, and if it was paid, it goes in a different folder. So I know exactly what I can use each of the different types of photos for. If I download a free photo from, say, Pixabay, for example, or Morguefile, I only use that in a place where I can delete it from easily. So, for example, a blog post. That way, if I misread the licensing on it or someone illegally uploaded it to one of the free stock photo sites and I get called out on it, someone's like, this photo was mine, you can't use it, I can easily say, sorry, my bad, I downloaded it from here, and then I can delete it. So if you're using free stock photos, just beware of licensing. And I know that licensing is boring, and if you don't know anything about it, you don't want to think about it. But imagine if that were your content. You don't want to just use somebody else's hard work for free. I mean, that's theft. So if someone were to do the same thing, if they were to pirate your books, you wouldn't like that either. So don't pirate people's stuff, and read the licensing agreements, or pay for stuff to use it so that you don't have to worry about the licensing agreements. Logos. I actually don't have any great tools for this except for Canva. Has some interesting features that you might be able to use, or Pixabay, but you can draw your own. There's some cool software, for tablets and touchscreen type of technology that allows you to do art digitally, so you can actually draw, it on a screen and then easily convert it to a digital format. And then there are tons of designers who would be happy and willing and excited to make you a logo specifically for your business, and they are pretty affordable. And then the other thing I was going to bring up was just colors. If you're trying to put together a color palette for your website or your social media or whatever, Adobe Color Tool is one to check out. It's got some interesting features that you can play around with to figure out, what kind of palette you want and what it would look like in different scenarios. And then one I actually use surprisingly often for someone who doesn't really care about colors is Image Color Picker. You just Google Image Color Picker, and it's like the first one that pops up. And basically you upload a photo that you like the colors in, and it will create a palette for you based off of that photo. So actually what I usually use it for is for my launches. I'll take a book cover that a designer made for me, I'll upload it, it'll create a palette, and then it gives me like the RGB numbers or the HTML numbers, and then I can just use that to make any advertising or anything like that to help me with my marketing for my book launch. So that's just a few tools, endless ones out there. If you're looking for something specifically, like I said, you can Google it, but you can also ask. There's tons of author groups. Just find out what everybody else uses.